I think we keep the audience on on their toes a
Oh
little
man.
bit. Yeah, we're in a temporary location. Recent rains. We got some water down in the MoJo Whiskey Bar, so we called an audible. We'll be all right. It's all fixable, but I'm okay. How about you?
Good. Nah, good. I could not imagine living through that much rain again. I'm
There's a lot.
if it rains again for 2 months, I may be too soon. I mean,
I mean,
it's
it,
unreal
it
how
seems like
much we.
forever ago when we had those big floods, but it was like, oh my gosh, is it ever going to stop raining? So,
Yeah.
uh,
Roads closed. I
I
mean, we
know.
were stuck. Yeah. So it
I,
was
yeah,
crazy. I'm glad there's not more damage.
I know.
But then thankfully that our house was spared. But I know lots weren't, and lots of businesses out
Yeah,
there were damaged. And
yeah.
speedy recovery to everyone.
Absolutely. Dealing with water is no fun. So, like Jamie said, I hope you all are getting through it as quickly and painlessly as possible. But hang in there. I think the sun is shining
It
today, and
is.
hopefully it's going to be shining for a few more days to get everything to dry out. But anyway,
Yeah.
you and I have talked a lot about Four
We have.
Roses. I'll just be honest. I mean, I don't know what it was or what it wasn't,
Yeah.
but I've never really been a fan.
The only thing I have much experience with is the Cinnabro Select.
Yeah.
The others, I see them everywhere, and I
Yeah.
just pass them by, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's the bottle doesn't grab my attention,
I
or
mean, because price point, I mean,
it's a good.
it's on par. I mean,
Yeah.
they've got. I mean, I think the range we're talking about today. I think this is just a little below 30. I think these are 50 something, and I think this one was 60, 70,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
So they're in the range of everything else that's out there. And the thing about Four Roses, I'll be honest, folks. I don't know a ton about Four Roses. I've been there. I didn't do the tour. I just kind of stopped at their little
And loitered around.
yeah, pretty much.
So I told him to leave.
But I've heard they have like 10 different mash bills
Yeah.
and all these different things. And I'm definitely not up on all that. I don't even know if what we have today is a good representation.
Yeah.
This was the stuff that's easy to find. So from that perspective, but I know, there's all kinds of different letters and all sorts of things that they put on some of their labels. I'm not the Four Roses expert. If you all are and you can educate us, I'd leave us a
Please.
comment. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's jump in. We'll start from our left to right, and this is the Four Roses Bourbon. This is a 80 proofer. Yeah, this is the entry level or the budget
Mhm.
Four Roses. So,
Yeah.
all right, I guess I'll go back. I can tell you since we poured these, the aroma in the air is
It's good.
it's good.
There's a lot of fruit.
Strawberry.
Yeah. Uh, there's a little bit of an apple.
Yeah, I get that. It's definitely fruity.
Almost like a Honey Crisp type of apple.
Yeah.
But yeah, the nose is great on this.
Yeah.
But you get a little bit of that caramel, that typical bourbon in there. But it's very fruity.
All right, I'm tasting it. The apple it's apple forward, I think, but I wouldn't say it was a Honey Crisp. It was almost more of a muted apple for me, more like I'm not a big Red Delicious fan, but kind of like a Red Delicious. I mean, it's a little bit of apple flavor.
Yeah, and there's maybe a slight hint of like a cinnamon in the apple.
Yeah.
Just enough there to.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty solid offering
Yeah.
for an entry level under $30 bottle.
Yeah, totally. I mean,
I don't know why I haven't been drinking Four Roses.
I don't either.
To be honest with
I
you,
have no reason. Like I said, I think there's just something I had once upon a time, and it was off-putting for whatever reason that was. But so far, 1 out of 4, I can change my mind. And obviously, I've got 4 bottles here that will need to be consumed at some point in time. So, yeah, that's good.
That's good. That's a good offering. I agree.
I mean,
with that.
this one, if we ever do the budget bourbons again, that's one we would definitely need to put in there because that's a pretty good value. All right, let's go to the next one. And again, we've got 2 bottles here that are single barrels. I don't really understand the distinguishing characteristics, so I'll read everything I can on the label. Brought my glasses today, but this is the Four Roses single barrel Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. 100 proof warehouse GW and barrel number 67-2A for whatever that means.
Yeah.
So, all right. Not as fruity.
No, it's not. Trying to think what is there.
It's not as good as nose.
No, the nose on
the first one.
Yeah, was better. It's kind
spice.
Yeah, it's spice, and maybe a baking.
Yeah.
Just your standard little baking spices, but
yeah,
the fruit's not there.
No.
There's not a lot of oakiness to this.
And it smells hotter than 100 proof. I'm almost getting some
It
notes
is,
of
yeah.
ethanol coming off there. So, but nose wise, it's kind of not a lot there.
No, it's pretty bland. To be honest with you.
Let's see how it tastes. I think now I know why. This it's a flat drink.
Very
for
flat.
me.
It's very flat. The heat, to me with a bourbon, if the heat's the very first thing I notice, there's not much to it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no pepper. There's no nothing really.
It's a one note and it's flat. Minerally almost there's like a minerality to it.
Yeah. Yeah, like almost like a rock salt or something that's there. Yeah, so far their base version is much better than
this. It's about half the price, or not quite, but close. Yeah, that's unusual. This is telling me why I might not have been a Four Roses fan. But we've got good news. We've got two other options, right. And we already found one that we like. So the next one we're going to dive into is also a single barrel straight bourbon, also coming at 100 proof. This is from Warehouse LE in barrel number 5-1H. So let's see if we notice anything different.
Now, I get some almost like a dark chocolate on that nose.
I was going to say a little root beer too.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I get your dark chocolate.
Cola, yeah, I mean, this is a much different nose than the previous single barrel.
Yeah, this one is there's a lot more happening. Taste-wise too.
Yeah, this one's considerably better than the previous one.
It drinks a little hot.
It drinks hotter. The cola is there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
I think the chocolate's there too.
Yeah, I think the chocolate's still there. Yeah, I mean, this is a much better drink than the previous one.
And again, I don't know what the difference is.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
I mean, brown label versus tan label. I've read the rest of the labels. I don't see that much other identifying information, but this is a pretty good little drink.
Yeah, it is. And you get some oak into this as well. Yeah, that's pretty good. And the longer it kind of lingers in your mouth, the more chocolate goes to the back of my throat on there. So yeah. That's a solid drink too.
Yeah, I like that one too. All right, so the fourth in our journey into Four Roses is the small batch select Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. This one is a little bit up on the proof compared to what we have. We're sitting at 104. I think I read somewhere in here this is a blend of I'm not going to read all this. It's a mingling of 6 and 7-year-old bourbon, non-chill filtered. And anyway, I'm not going to read all that, but this is easy to find too.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
All right, let's do it. I get your chocolate again.
Yeah.
This is more of a milk chocolate, though. I think.
It's more of a milk chocolate. Yeah, it is different than that previous single barrel. Yeah, that is.
I don't get what else though.
No, the chocolate that comes through is almost like a dessertish type of chocolate.
I don't know.
That one you're kind of searching for something else.
It reminds me a lot of this. Mm-hmm. It's got a little bit more punch of flavor. It's not quite as flat.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking for it. I'm not finding it. All right. Again, I know there, or I assume there are quite a few other offerings in the Four Roses portfolio of whiskeys. Again, I know they supposedly have like 10 different mash bills that they use and all this sort of thing. But I just went with what was there, and I'd say we're batting about 50%.
We're at 50%. You know, 1 and 3.
Yeah, really good.
Are pretty good. 2 and 4, they're just
okay.
They're okay, and it's
I mean, maybe I should say it a different way. I think knowing like this one's like mid 50s and this one's pushing 70s. I think I could find something else that tastes better in those price points.
Yeah, because the first thing I want to do is I want to, drop these in old fashioned. Do I try to dump these out? But at $50 and $70, I struggle to do that with these.
Agreed.
But yeah, those two are a little bit more disappointing to me. I mean, they're like you said, they're
fine.
Okay. And I'm sure you'll find a way to get them down. But 1 and 3 are the hits of these 4 here that we've had.
Absolutely.
And neither one of us have drank a lot of Four Roses in our life. So.
I mean, I've had it here and there, but to actually sit down and analyze what we're drinking, this is really a first to be able to do that. But I'm going to guess there are probably some of you out there that are watching the MoJo Whiskey Bar who are Four Roses fans. So please point out the error of our ways. Did we pick the wrong bottles?
Yeah.
Is there something else, some other insights, tips, pointers that we should know about Four Roses so that we could be better informed? But, first pass, diving into 4 different offerings. I'm not sad about it.
Yeah, this is one way we're going to go learn. Yeah. But to John's point, if there's something out there that really you dive into pretty deep, let us know. We are willing to try about anything. So
within reason.
Within reason and within laws.
Well, whatever. All right. So thank you all for tuning in. Stay tuned for the next episodes we got coming. Got quite a few other things coming your way, and if you haven't seen some of the things we did in the past, go check those out as well. We've been recently kind of featuring some of the bigger distilleries, some of their product offerings, and diving into those and giving you some perspective. But we're looking forward to doing some field trips here soon, and a lot of other exciting things. And maybe the most exciting thing, hopefully in the not too distant future, we'll be back in the home of MoJo Whiskey Bar here soon once we get the water issues mitigated. So again, thank you all for tuning in.
Thank you.